shooting in log is dead, shooting in log is this. And I'm just like, yo, you just don't know how to shoot in log. That's literally it. And there's nothing wrong with that. That just means there's space for you to do some learning. And if you clicked on this video, then I guess you struggle with shooting in log, which is completely fine, because after this video, your abilities to shoot in log should go from here to here. So yeah, we're gonna make that happen. Anyways, the number one reason why your log footage probably looks bad is because it's underexposed. You're probably looking at your log footage and thinking, whoa, why does it look so grainy and just terrible? Because yeah, log footage, when it's not properly exposed, it actually does look quite bad. Yeah. Okay, so you've probably been shooting at a standard picture profile, so you're probably exposing the image the same way that you would do with a standard picture profile, and that's where you're going wrong. You can't be exposing log the same way that you're exposing your Rec 709 footage. It's just not gonna work. Now I'm gonna talk about Sony S-Log because that's what I shoot on, but I'm guessing you could probably apply it to other ones as well. I'm currently shooting on S-Log 2 on a Sony a7 III. But the way that I expose my log footage is I make sure that the image is overexposed by 2 stops. Sometimes I can't do 2 stops and 1.7 is still fine. 1.3, it's not too bad. But you know what I'm saying, it could be better type of thing. But the point is, try and overexpose it by 2 stops if you can. Doing that would ensure that you retain as much detail as possible. You get a clean image as well, and it's 1,000 times easier for you to color grade and color correct. And that leads to point number 2, which is that some of you are trying to color grade a log footage before you've actually color corrected it. You don't want to be doing that. That's probably why your log footage is not looking right. Like, you're color grading, you're thinking, why is it looking kind of weird? It's just not looking right. And that's because you haven't done the color correction. When you shoot log footage, you need to be making sure that you color correct it first before you color grade. Now, if you don't know what color correction is, I'm not going to go into too much details because there's enough videos out there explaining it. But what I will say is, what you want to do is you want to bring the footage from like a log looking format back into like a real life look before you color grade it. I'm trying to use as least technical terms as possible to make it easier to understand for beginners. But yeah, you want to bring it to a real life look first, like the way that it would look had you shot it in a standard picture profile without the log profile, and then you can start color grading. But yeah, your log footage, basically what it's doing is, if you imagine like a normal image, it's like the palm of my hand. What a log footage does is it compresses all the information in the image into like a smaller, I don't even know how to put it, but yeah, it compresses the image. And what you want to do is you want to stretch out that image again, and that's how you get the colors, the contrast, you get everything back. But yeah, you'll be able to see it in the graph, depending on whichever editing software you're using, you should be able to see it. But yeah, my cousin was asking me the other day about how he shot footage in log and how he didn't like it because it looked desaturated, and he didn't understand the point of shooting in log when he could just shoot in a standard picture profile. And I think some people think you can just shoot in log and the video's ready, you can just have it like that. That's a big no-no. Log footage, you always have to color correct it and then color grade it maybe. It's not optional, you have to do it. I don't see why you'd want to have log footage as your final product. I've seen some people do it on social media, and sometimes I think, but why? Like, you've taken out all the color, all the personality, all the contrast. And yeah, I don't get why people do it. And lastly, one thing I will say is, stop trying to shoot in log in dark spaces or at night. Sometimes you can have enough light to shoot at night, but when you don't, just stop trying to do it, because it doesn't work. You shouldn't be using log anyways if you don't need to use the log. Like, at night, you don't need to be shooting in log. It doesn't make sense. Your footage is going to come out grainy. So yeah, make sure to use log footage when you've got plenty of lighting, when you know you can properly expose the log footage. Don't think log footage can just be left as the final product, because it needs to be color corrected and then color graded. Don't try to color grade it before you've color corrected it as well, and then you should be fine. If you follow those steps, your log footage should be looking good. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video up until this point. I hope it did have some value for you. I hope you now feel more comfortable with shooting log footage. If you do have any questions, just drop them down in the comments and I will answer those questions for you. But yeah, thank you very much for staying up until this point. Leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.